how to test this kind of capacitors. Please attention, because it's not easy to test it. Why? Because we find many kind of capacitors. It could be power capacitors, data capacitors, could be normal capacitors like those here, or very complicated capacitors that belongs to CPU and chipset circuit. But don't worry, I'll teach you everything. So, to test the capacitors, we can simply select the farad mode, as you can see here in the multimeter. We can select nanofarad or microfarad depending on the type of the capacitor. But I'll give you the correct way to test this kind of capacitors. So once this small capacitors doesn't contain the value above it here, we cannot know if it is in microfarad or nanofarad and what is the exact value. It's not like those capacitors. As you can see here, we have 6.3 volt, 330 microfarad. This is basically electrolytic capacitor. Of course, I'm going to teach you how to test it in the next lecture. Here the value is clear. So since those capacitor doesn't hold the value, I'll give you the trick to test it in seconds without wasting time. The trick here is by using the continuity mode. Of course, you can use the farad mode if you have the right value for this capacitor. For example, if you have the data sheet or you know the value, you can use the farad mode. For example, we can select 200 microfarad, 20 microfarad, etc. But since we don't have the value, we gonna select the continuity mode. Very easy. So let me select the continuity mode like this. So we have two options. This kind of capacitor could give a high reading, means good capacitor, or a low reading like this, continuity 0 in the multimeter, means the capacitor is shorted. But we have an exception for CPU and chipset circuits. Okay, let's now check this normal capacitors. Let's check this one here. We have about 300 in the multimeter. This is good. This one here. Good one. This one. Good capacitor. This one here. Oh, this is shorted one. This capacitor is shorted. We get about 0 ohm or near 0 ohm in the multimeter, means shorted capacitor. Of course, we have an exception is for capacitors near the CPU or chipsets. If we check these capacitors, as you can see, we have a low reading about 11. This one here. Okay, all capacitors, you will find the same reading. Is it a short? No, it's not a short. 11 here in the multimeter is for the CPU. Is the resistance for the CPU. Okay, as you can see for this one here also. Is there any proof? Yes, I'll give you the proof right now. So because I cannot remove the CPU, let's see the proof on another motherboard with a removable CPU. Of course, even if it's old motherboard, but I want just to prove to you that the low reading is for the CPU, not a short. Okay, let's use the CPU just to understand. Don't pay attention to the CPU. We want just to prove this technique. Okay, for this capacitor, for example, over here, if I test it like this, do you see? In the multimeter, I have a low reading, even a beep. Okay, now let me remove the CPU. Okay, now the CPU is removed, as you can see. Let's check again. Do you see? The continuity is gone. We have 230. If I put back the CPU, as you can see, okay, the CPU is back. If I check again, as you can see, I have a low reading. Okay, so attention to the capacitors near the CPU and chipsets. Always you will get a low reading. I know you have right now a question about what about the CPUs that we cannot remove? How can we identify and know if the capacitors here are shorted or good? Okay, for the bad capacitors, you will find zero like this in the multimeter. Do you see about zero or near zero? But for good capacitors, you will find a low reading like this one here. We have 9, 10, 11, you can find 15, etc. How to test electrolytic capacitors, as you can see over here. This kind of capacitors basically are polarized capacitors. Means this capacitor has two terminals. This is positive terminal, as you can see here we have plus, and always the terminal with this color, it could be blue, it could be black or red color, as you can see here. Here basically is the negative terminal. So to test this kind of capacitor, we can use the Farad mode, as you can see here, or simply use the continuity option. To use the Farad mode, we have first to identify the value of microfarad. Here we have 100 and over here we have 390. So remember, always you have to select the higher value. Means if you want, for example, to measure a capacitor with 10 microfarad, you have to select 20 microfarad. A capacitor with 100, you have to select 200 microfarad. Always the higher value in order to protect the multimeter and the motherboard in the same time. But for us to make things easier, we can just select the continuity mode. Okay, now the continuity mode is selected. Attention please, the same as ceramic capacitors. We have two tests. One test for the capacitors near the CPU and chipsets, other test for capacitors in the other circuit. For example, for this capacitor over here, we have, as I told you, first to locate the positive terminal here. We have the positive terminal. Over here, we have the negative terminal. Let's check. As you can see in the multimeter, we have already 570. This is good capacitor. But if we go to this capacitor here next to the CPU, so if we check it, we will get a low reading. As you can see in the multimeter, very low reading. As you can see, is this a short? No, this is normal because the capacitor is near the CPU. Okay, let's see another motherboard to be sure 100%. Here we have another motherboard. We have capacitors near the CPU and we have other capacitors in the other circuit like 3 volt and 5 volt. And here, as you can see, we have another capacitor near the PCH. So those capacitors should give a low reading because these 3 capacitors are next PCH and the CPU, and this one here is in the 3 volt 5 volt circuit. So let's begin with this one over here. As you can see, we have here plus minus. Okay, the one probe here, the black probe in the side, the red probe in the side. Do you see? We get a high reading in the multimeter. Okay, this is normal. But if I check those here, always, as I told you, locate the positive terminal here by using this sign, positive side, or this side over here. So one probe here, another here, low reading. Okay, this one also we will get the same reading, low reading. What about this one here? Okay, positive here, negative here, low reading. Okay, if you want, we can even remove the CPU and recheck again. So remember, we have a low reading here. Once the CPU is connected, is it a short? No. This is normal. To confirm and as a proof, let's remove the CPU again. Basically, this is not a CPU. This is a CPU integrated with the graphic card. So let me remove the CPU. I will just unscrew the CPU. Okay. Now the CPU is removed. Let's check again. As you can see, the low reading is gone.